Welcome back. This is the Spooky Frog Horrifying Book Podcast. I am Samantha.
I'm Jeffy.
And we have quite a bit to go over today. Once again, we are exhausted.
Yeah.
Surprise, surprise. Shocking. But we have not only one book to go over, but we're going to show off a whole bunch of other books too. Today, we're going to go over Gone to See the Riverman by Christopher Triana, which is one of my favorites, actually.
Oof.
This was a book that I just really got into when I first got back into horror again. And it is extreme horror, and it goes all sorts of wacky places, and I really love it. And it's
So is this like 90s extreme?
No.
Like extreme sticker?
no, it's not like Surge.
Extreme. Oh, man, Surge.
No, yeah, I know.
Oh, you remember
what
Jolt?
No, but Surge. Do
Oh,
you remember what Surge tasted like?
no.
It was like some kind of radioactive plastic.
Sure.
Like it's
All that stuff. That's
yeah,
why I don't do
everything.
those.
Remember the purple ketchup?
Yeah.
Yeah, like.
I don't do any of the energy drink BS.
No.
I'm not sold on it. You know what I am sold on? Apple cider.
Oh, not this again.
What do you mean again? I've never even talked
I
about
thought
it.
you were going with the juice thing again.
I love the juice.
See?
I love it, the juice. But the apple cider, what do they call them? The Slurpees?
There's a Slurpee? There's
yeah.
an apple cider Slurpee.
Now there is. So all of these little apple orchards that are out there, because it's fall, it's super fall
you mean
outside.
they just put the juice over the ice or
They
something?
put the juice in these slushy makers, and now they have an
okay. I
apple
thought you
cider
meant,
slushy, and it's
that's actually kinda
unbelievable.
cool.
Oh, yeah, because you know what the problem with slushies are? Syrup.
Well, right.
You just get that aftertaste BS.
I have not
hate
had
it.
a Slurpee since I was like 12. So.
Yeah, I know. Live a little.
I don't like sweet stuff.
I know. But if you take apple cider and you put it directly in
That
one of
actually
those,
sounds really good.
I know. They're those ninja
I would
Slurpee
spike
makers.
it. I would spike
Yeah,
it with
yeah.
a little bit of
Yeah.
booze, a little bit of whiskey.
Yeah.
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 Mm.
And put a little honey in there. Yeah.
Oh, what about
Yeah.
the hot honey? I would do the hot
Spicy?
I would just a little bit, just a
Little
little
spice?
bit. Yeah. And I'd float like a little dried
We'll
apple.
talk
right
about
now. Yeah, okay.
I'm thinking about getting one of those ninjas, so we might have to try some of these recipes out.
Ninja makes good stuff.
Yeah, but I would want fresh cider all year long, and I just have to figure out
Yeah.
how to make that happen.
I think Apple Holler or Elegant Farmer probably carries.
So am I pressing apples and...
No, oh God, you make everything so complicated. No, I think they just sell cider. I think you can just get cider.
All right.
At
fair
other
enough.
times of year, you just don't think about it until it's fall.
Yeah.
I sound like terrible.
Yeah. Why do
we
you
should-
sound terrible, Sam?
So my voice is really, really cashed out right now because we actually had the book fair finally.
Did it?
Thing we've been talking about forever. And now we won't talk about it for, another 6 months
Well,
or so.
maybe.
Well, maybe. We'll see. We keep
Mm.
being asked to do more stuff. So,
Yeah.
but it was great. There was so much going on in Milwaukee and the surrounding areas that day.
Yes.
Obviously, we had the big protests, and we definitely encouraged anybody to go do that. But it was gorgeous out. So it was like 75 degrees in October.
It was
There was a bunch of
blissfully
fall
amazing.
stuff going
Yeah.
on. The Paranormal Con too. Our buddy
Yep.
T had the Paranormal Con going
Yep.
on. So there was a ton going on. But we were on the news, and you didn't have to get up early this
I
time.
didn't. Oh, God.
That was like your one
I
request.
slept in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only way that I made it.
Yeah. You slept in, you put on a frog costume,
I did.
you danced around a little bit,
I
and then,
did
and then
get
it
a frog
fogged
costume.
up completely.
Immediately.
That frog
Immediately.
costume lasted like 4 seconds.
Well, it was actually perfect outside, but in there, I think it was like
It was-
74 degrees,
That's
which is perfect for you.
Yeah, that's actually a little chilly for me. If I could do 75, that would be really
The reason you see Sam in all of these turtlenecks and all of these
It was
hoodies
a high of like 50-some degrees today.
is because down here in my basement of doom,
Yeah, it's a morgue.
yeah. So it's
To
like
an autopsy sitting
66, 68.
Unacceptable.
Oh, it's amazing.
No, that's
Yeah, cool me down.
yeah, please don't.
Cool me down.
Please
I
don't.
want to be cool.
Well, we're not going to be cool this weekend.
No.
But we
Yeah,
can
of
talk about
course.
that soon.
Yeah.
But we'll finish up with the book fair because I had so many awesome authors. I had so many people that were, donating some books or donating for the Spooktacular.
Yep.
And then I bought a ton of books, which I probably shouldn't have because you can see all of this going on, which is my squid arms.
Just keeps filling.
But we have an assistant, and our assistant is going to hand me books so everyone can see my book haul. Because
Time for the book haul.
The only people that are going to care about this are people that are already watching this podcast because they're all nerds too.
Yep.
So we're going to do this. We're going to start with one that's actually from my used bookseller, Rex, from Intelligent Elephant. Bring that lovely book in here.
Ooh la la, showing that book off.
Anti-Fascism, as American as Apple Pie. So Rex was nice enough to give me that book on Saturday. He had such a huge display, and one of our authors, Freak, actually bought probably 20, 30 books from him, all used horror paperbacks. Really cool. Next one, the author that we had from last week, DM Gritzmacher. He gave us a Christmas horror that we're going to go over in December.
Oh boy.
And that book, The Relict, was so cool. The ending was something I did not expect. So definitely check that one out. What do we got next? We've got Whitewater Witch by Deborah O's. So she does different cryptids all around Wisconsin. And there's some other Midwest areas as well. So this one has to do with the Beast of Bray Road, which is in Elkhorn. So then Peter O'Keefe, I actually got 2 books from him. This one's called White Flight. It's a shorter book, and it is about a child that gets murdered, and then what the parents' reaction is, and all sorts of other cool things.
With every book, you get a little less Sam.
This is a good thing.
And it's just going to be Jeffy with a pile of books he'll never read.
It's just going to be a talking book pile. Just Legend Has It by DJ Slater. I was excited because this just came out a couple months ago. So he was super excited, had a great time. Then we've got The Scald Crow. Okay, so this is by Grace Daly. We're going to do this one soon because Grace had just the most energy of anybody I've ever seen. She writes from a really unique perspective, and some of her characters have actual disabilities, which she does too, and that's why she actually is portraying them accurately. So a little bit different. Then we've got our sexy Egyptian horror, which is Acolytes of the Dead. That's W.D. Gagliani and Dave Benton that we talked about a couple weeks ago.
And then you have a Sam.
Well, what the funny part is about this is that they told me that they actually, you don't know this yet. Our assistant doesn't know this yet, but she's going to freak out. So there is an X-Files anthology of stories, and they wrote one of the stories in it, and it has become actual X-Files canon. She's freaking out off camera. And I have it now. So I ordered it. So
Huzzah.
Yeah. But we've got another Gritzmacher here because I had to have The Shrine, which is his newest one in the Skullduggery series. I want to know what happens. I'm just eyeballs now.
Yeah, you put your little paws up there. Oh, God.
Hey, what do we got? Another Peter O'Keefe, Counted with the Dead. I didn't pick this one up last time, so I had to pick it up this time and just put it in front of my head. There we go. Yay! We're coming to the end. We've only got a couple more, I swear. One that I really, really am excited about. It's called The Dead Weight. It's by Joe Salazar. Really fantastic cover, and it's part of a series. This one's zombies. So very, very cool. You can tell my voice is still going.
Yeah. Do you need water?
No, I'm good. Then I actually got a copy of Bookmail. So the only copy I had was my Kindle copy because I was, not shuffling pages or anything when I was doing the narration of this. Buy the audiobook, please. It's on Audible. But so now I actually have a paper copy. Mo Medusa, she has Feeding Lucy, which looks really, really cool. We're going to do that one pretty soon too. And then we have 2 more. So these 2 are actually ones that were gifts to me.
Your eyebrows.
These help. There is a great, great fan of all things horror and has just been a huge support. Mickey Thompson. He just gave me these 2 books because he had some extra copies. And that was just very sweet of him. So I'm excited to check those out as well. But so this is what happens when you like books is you start horror book fairs and then you just end up with more books because you have an excuse for more books. So I basically did this just so the books would come to me. And now I'm just going to be a tower of books and my hands are just going to talk for me. So yeah, there we go. Here's my tower of books. I'm stupid. So anyways, that is our big pile. So thank you to our lovely assistant. But I think it went really well. We had about 300 people. So for as many things going on as there was in town, I think that was really, really good. So,
well, I mean, the turnout for the protests was something
incredible.
spectacular.
8.2 million was the last one I heard from Alt National Park Service. So, that, anybody that did not come because that was their excuse, you get a free pass on this one.
Absolutely.
But then you'll have to come to the next one.
Yeah.
So,
absolutely.
But everyone was having a great time. Everyone loved the tunes. So you and our friend Cindy DJ'd.
Cindy did an incredible job.
Oh my gosh. So many of the authors were like, I need a playlist of whatever's going on here.
We were sitting there, and one of Cindy's regulars is actually an author. Boy, I cannot remember.
Is it Brian? Because Brian follows her on the Twitch stream, Brian Pinkerton, and we did The Perfect Stranger. So he was really excited. Yeah. And then I think John Everson follows her now. And then now Chris Hawkins, he was like, I need this. This is everything I love. And so he's now a super fan. So, but it's not.
Cindy dug deep.
Yeah.
Cindy dug deep.
Oh, it was so good.
And we had DJ Fern Gully.
Yes.
On the decks.
Premiere.
Little premiere.
Yay, DJ Fern Gully.
Yeah. And that was really something special. So I was really excited to have a little more time for him to get used to being on the decks.
Yeah. And I mean, that's such a low risk scenario too, because the volume's pretty low so everyone can talk to each other. So it's like, it's a little bit more forgiving, I think, than when you're trying to like really hype up a dance floor.
Yeah. DJing is really just about 5 different buttons. You really make or break yourself in the DJ realm by just your own style. And I think that's what he's fleshing out. Right now, he's just kind of coming up with, because some people use the fader. Some people fade between the tracks.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of different ways that you can fade in and out. And
he's got such a, big influences too here. And I think it's going to be really interesting to see him develop his style and what he really likes to do. So I'm really excited to see that. So I'll have DJ Fern Gully anytime. We love you. But we also have a big weekend coming up, and we'll see if my voice comes back by then. We're going to New Orleans.
New Orleans!
Going to New Orleans!
NOLA!
Yay! We've been talking with Eve Hill, who's just been fantastic. She's been helping so much, doing so much outreach, so much promo. Just a stellar person to work with, really on the ball with like everything, which is super helpful.
Yep.
And it can kind of be our eyes and ears down there and really kind of like help make sure that we get the hype up and everything, because this boat's going to be really, really cool.
Oh, yeah. It's a paddle wheeler.
Yeah, a paddle wheeler.
So a Creole Queen paddle wheeler. It is a gigantic paddle wheel on the back of this.
It's huge.
Steamer? I think it's a steamer.
I don't know.
I think it's a steamboat paddle wheeler. And man, I can't be more excited because, first off, New Orleans is my second city.
Yeah.
I love New Orleans. I'm going to be there with basically all of my favorite people. And we're all going to have our own little Airbnb place. And it's going to be a beautiful thing to share this amazing experience with all of my close fam.
And I've never been there.
Oh, man.
So first time. Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah. You are going to fall in love with this city.
Everyone except for you guys, I think, are newcomers to New Orleans.
There's so much to do there. One thing that I don't like doing, though, is going with large groups of people who have never been, because then you end up doing the same thing over and over again. Like, you can only do the Vampire Ghost Tour
like so many times.
Before you're just like, okay,
I get it. Yeah. There's only so many Marie Laveau tales that you can hear before it's just like, all right.
Yep.
Do you know one of our volunteers is actually like 5th cousins with Marie Laveau?
Oh, wow.
Yes.
That's wild.
And with some celebrity, I can't remember, but shout out to you.
Shout out to you guy there.
No. I don't know if he wants us to say who he is here.
Yeah.
But a huge help to us pretty consistently, and just always just a stand-up guy. So. Yeah.
We had so many authors come over and talk about the podcast to us too.
Yeah, they're so excited.
Cool.
And we didn't get a chance to actually, we had all the best intentions to try and do some recording while we were there. There was just no way that
5
really
hours goes very quick.
Well, yeah.
You'd think 5 hours. You should be able to have enough time to do that. Oh my God. With the amount of
So much going
vendors
on.
and artists and food
Well, and I was
and
just making the rounds
yeah,
constantly.
with so much,
Yeah. Yeah, the
it's
food
just
was
really
pretty
hard to
good.
do
Did you
that.
get some snacks?
Oh yeah.
Because we had snacks.
Oh yeah.
The desserts.
Yeah, fresh fruit, and you have me at fresh fruit.
Yeah, and cheese and little meats and stuff, and little bruschettas, and then they brought the desserts out, and it was like locusts, like
oh yeah,
just like attacked.
Everybody got very excited about the sugar.
Yeah. Well, it was funny because people didn't realize that it was there for so long, and then I finally was kind of pointing it out to some people, and then it was like,
yeah,
moss to a lamp.
Lamp. I was definitely paying attention, and the place is directly next to Naf Naf, which is like my favorite fast food.
I know you like Naf Naf.
Oh my God. And then I Googled Naf Naf, and I didn't realize, but Southridge has a Naf Naf.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember the last time I've been to Southridge.
That's a problem. That is a problem. I've never been
to a Naf Naf, though, either.
Oh, man.
I don't really end up at fast food very often.
I like things in the pita.
Okay, yeah.
Nothing's wrapped in the pita. Fair. Nothing's wrapped around inside
You want the pita pocket.
I want it to be a cozy little...
Yeah, you want it in a blanket. You don't want to have to, it's not a taco.
Yeah.
It's a pocket. Because again, tacos, a little bit different. You have to have kind of this opening on all sides. You can't have it's different.
Yeah, I want a pocket.
Yeah, the pocket's different.
Yeah. Yeah. When I was growing up in Milwaukee, and I don't know if the pocket is the correct way or the wrong way or whatever, I don't know. But when I was growing up, there was a place called Abu's. It was basically the only place in Milwaukee you could get Middle Eastern food in the 80s.
Right. Yeah.
So this is late 80s. This is like 87.
Yeah, I think that was even before like Shahrazad.
Oh yeah, it was a layover from the hippie times.
Okay, yeah.
There was basically, you could get Maharaja, which is Indian.
Yes.
And you could get Abu's, and Abu's was the size of what you're looking at in my living room right now. Like there was maybe 2 tables. It was in like a weird little edge down on the east side, when the east side was still kind of a hippie land.
Yeah.
So I loved it. I loved it. It was a real thing that I used to do with my father that really brought me a lot of joy.
Oh, that's super.
So now scare me with this book.
So for people who don't know, there's obviously different subgenres of horror. So I will caveat all of this with, if you don't like extreme themes of violence, you will not like this book. You will definitely not like this book, because you do get a lot of like the gore and stuff with extreme horror. So there's also like a couple different ways that can go. So, right. So, when I first started like dabbling in extreme, this was sort of my first entry point into it. And then I was like, well, how far can I push this? Right? Because of course my first thing is like, how far can I go with this before I hit my limits? The limits is cows. The limits is the book Cows. I literally dry heaved while I was reading that book. That is how,
wow.
Yeah. I have a pretty good tolerance built up for, especially in reading, for some pretty foul things. Cows is not one of them. Cows, somehow I got that from the library. How that ended? Okay, if anybody
Which library?
The Cudahy Library, actually. They've got a lot of good stuff. But like, if you have read Cows, you know why this is shocking, that this would be available for the public and not like behind a curtain somewhere. And if you haven't read Cows, don't. That's one of the very few times.
Is this a national book? Is this an indie book? What is this?
I think it's indie, because no big publishing house would ever carry anything like this. Yeah. Don't read Cows. I'm sorry to the author of Cows. I really am. There's people that love your book. It was well written. It was just disgusting. So, but that is my caveat to people that get into a little bit.
So it was like just eating this fresh?
No, it was sort of like as if you were doing other things to it.
Oh.
So, yeah, we're not going to go there. We're not going to talk about Cows anymore. But Gone to See the Riverman is probably one of the like most quintessential extreme horror books that that I've read that is out there. I was lucky enough where there was an event a couple of years ago, Books and Brews, that I went to. And when it was the lead up to that, I was just sort of dipping my feet into potentially doing my own event. And the person who was helping run that event had asked me, knowing that I really liked this book and Chris Triana in general, asked if I would want to be involved in making a gift. So all the authors at that event were going to get a gift made by a volunteer. And it had to do something with their books. So I made him this, like, I found a riverboat hat, and then I found a bunch of pins to put all over it that kind of represented some of his different books. So like a painter's palette and brush for body art, which has nothing to do with painting, but I knew that would make the illusion. And a few different ones there. And I don't know if he liked it or not, but he was nice enough to this last time to be very appreciative of it and sign the book for me. So we've got a nice signature here, which is "See you on the river." But the cool thing about this book is that everything seems kinda normal until it doesn't. So it's not a slow burn at all. So the premise of this book is there's the main character, Lori, and Lori's in a relationship with Edmund Cox, who is in jail because he's a serial killer. And she thinks that she is much more special than all the other groupies, including one in particular that she's kind of almost in competition with, right? And Lori goes to visit Edmund in jail. And he really needs this key. He wants this key, and he wants her to go get this key. And she's like, okay, I will, of course, go do this for you. I'm in love with you. We're special. Like, we're just going to be together kind of thing. So he tells her that the key is in the chest, and this will come up later. The wording is very important. And then tells her that really it's now the Riverman's key, and she has to find the Riverman, who's a mysterious character, and give it to him. And Lori's got a sister who is her older sister who is mentally disabled after an accident that happened when they were kids. And she brings her sister Abby with her to this quest to go find this key and give it to the Riverman. The wild thing that happens is that as you go, things get less and less attached to reality. And Lori herself seems kind of normal, like a little cracked, but then you realize farther on that, oh no, Lori's got some stuff. But it really does go, it almost reminds me of almost like a Devil Went Down to Georgia thing, where there's this mysterious kind of man that shows up that is not really of this world, isn't like a ghost or anything, but
kind of River Styx.
Yeah, well, if you find him, then you have found him, and you may not like what you find.
Sure.
And it really comes almost like a little Lovecraftian in some ways too. But it really just took me for a ride, pun intended, down the river. And I just really love the fact that it starts off making everything seem so normal, other than the fact that she's in love with a serial killer. But, who hasn't had a bad boyfriend or bad girlfriend or both? So, sometimes they just kill people for funsies. But other than that, it really does seem pretty normal until you just bits and pieces of normality and reality just start to fall away the more you get into it. And then everything kind of explodes, and it's really wild. There is a sequel to this book called Along the River of Flesh. And that one was very good as well. It kind of gives a backstory and kind of finishes things off very nicely. So I definitely think that if you like this, you'd like that too. I do think the original, though, is a complete story in and of itself. You don't have to read the sequel. Don't be mad at me, Chris Triana, but you don't have to. It's a standalone book, but the sequel is very good too.
Is this in a specific area, a specific town?
It's in a fake town, but it very much feels like
Do
down.
they say what river this is?
No. Well, it's in.
So it's nondescript river,
It's
nondescript
the
town.
Killian River, I believe. It kind of gives like Appalachia vibes, or kind of southern Appalachia vibes. So it gives kind of like a little hillbilly woods kind of vibes, and kind of hilly areas, and the river going through it. And the reason it's like the word kill is involved is because there's all this history of the land and bad things that have happened on it too. So
I do love river lore.
yeah, I
River
do too.
lore is the best.
Yeah, like river rats and just people that live along the river, and we're going to be going down a river, which is
True.
part of the reason why I picked that one.
Sure, I picked up on that.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, I picked up on that. Man, when I retire, I definitely want to do. I know I've talked to you about you. I know I've talked to you about this in the past.
Yeah.
But doing a just a riverboat or a shanty boat down the Mississippi.
I do love a houseboat.
Yeah.
My family did a houseboat in Lake Powell in Utah when I was a kid, and it was just one of the best things ever. It was so cool. We would lay up on the top of this houseboat at night and watch a meteor shower, and all these bats were like all around us. That's the sound bats make.
That is. Yep.
And and the other time we were on one is we did one in the Boundary Waters too, and it really was cool because you just kind of decide where you want to lay anchor for the night, and you can be kind of close to shore if you want, or you can be a little farther out if you want, depending on what the slope and how deep things are. But it's really cool, and you get a different view of wildlife because you're on water, so you're less threatening, so you see a little bit more things.
Mm-hmm.
The only time I've ever seen a wolf in the wild is when we were on that houseboat in the Boundary Waters between the United States and Canada. And it was very far away, but I did see it, and that was really cool.
Yeah, the only time I've ever actually slept on a boat
was that Barcelona?
Barcelona.
With the no air conditioning?
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's hot. Even didn't matter that it was it was
so
fall.
Spoiled with our air conditioning here.
Oh yeah.
And I mean it was pretty warm this summer up in Milwaukee.
But also you're in Barcelona. So it's fine.
Yeah.
Whatever may come when you're in Barcelona is fine.
And then I feel like you're a cold weather creature.
Yes.
And we just keep putting you in hot weather situations on purpose. And I keep fleeing to go to cold weather places
Which
when
is
I'm
just
a
wild.
wizard. Yeah.
Well, we both just like to be uncomfortable.
Sometimes we do.
That's how you grow.
Yeah.
The only way you grow is to be uncomfortable.
Well,
so put yourself in situations where you're going to be uncomfortable and you're going to grow.
Yeah.
Where you don't know the language, where you're not comfortable with the heat or the cold.
Yeah.
When you're in uncomfortable places, like the back of a Volkswagen.
It depends on how tall you are.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll change some things. So,
yeah.
But
I'm a tall boy.
Yeah.
I'm a tall boy,
you
so
would not
that
be
is
too tall for that.
Yeah, I can't get. I would never be able to buy a sports car, even if I could. Even if I won the lottery and I wanted one in the first place.
I just can't see you. You've
Hey,
never
I got the sports car. Hey, look at
never
me.
been a sports car guy.
No, I'd be like, I need the biggest van you have.
I know, because you're already looking at the van and going, "This isn't big enough."
Yeah, I remember I was putting in the group chat.
You know what we need?
Photos of the big van.
We need a church van.
Sure.
Like a big church van.
Yeah.
And then just deck it out goth barge style. Then all the equipment can be in there and it'll be like a big old Partridge Family, but make it goth.
Yeah, right.
We should buy the bus off of that bus guy that hates us.
He doesn't hate us.
Oh, he hates us. He liked our money for a while and then, that became...
Well, he just asked a lot of really weird questions.
Yeah.
Are you Satanists?
Yeah.
No.
But then he kept upping the price every year because...
Well, he kept saying it was because of fuel.
I love that his...
But diesel kind of leveled off.
I love that his idea of morality had a price for a while. And then he got sick of us. Yeah. So, but yeah, for when we did the first couple larger goth barges, the first iteration where there was 40 people that could fit on a pontoon
60.
boat or something. 60. Okay. And so we would rent a bus and just throw us all on the bus. And then we'd have a party bus that would then go to the party boat. Mm-hmm. And then the party bus to take you back to the party after party. And then there was boat juice. And we learned real quick that boat juice was a bad idea.
Yeah.
Because when you show up to the boat and you're already juiced up, then yeah.
We had people that actually did tours of bars, and they would just you would show up, and then they would show you, okay, this is a bar. They're best known for this ale, and they would do these tours. And these were professional drinkers. And I remember one of them getting off the boat. His wife got off the boat and basically just face planted right onto the dock. Everybody's laughing. She's okay.
Yeah, she's okay.
Everybody's laughing.
We check to make sure people are okay because we're all of the age where when we fall down, people get worried about us.
Yeah.
Which is how you know.
And they're a little bit older.
Yeah.
And older.
That's how you know, though, that you've crossed over.
Yeah.
Is when you fall and all of a sudden, instead of laughing at you, people
go,
oh.
Grandma, you okay?
Yeah.
You okay?
Get my walker.
Oh.
Those are good times, though.
Yes.
Those are very good times.
God, we are recording this on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
The event was on a Saturday.
And before that, we got back on Sunday before that from Cleveland. And you got back the week before that from
6 a.m.
Yeah.
We leave for New Orleans tomorrow.
Yeah, you do. I get to work tomorrow.
I was up at 6 a.m. today.
Yeah.
Kind of prepping for that trip, packing, etc., all the good stuff.
We know how early I get up.
Man.
Stupid early.
After we get out of spooky season.
Oh, it's going to be o'clock.
Oh, man.
Hibernation
and we won't
time.
be doing this when I'm doing a podcast.
Yeah. We'll be a little bit more chipper and spry, and I will be able to dedicate more time to thicker books because right now I think I'm actually going to
juicier.
I'm going to change what book we're going to do
Hotter.
next week because I think I might. I don't know. I think I might choose one out of here. So
veinier.
We can't do this.
Veinier book.
There is no such thing, but there are some sexy times in some of these books.
Hey,
if you want a Christopher Triana book that has a lot of sexy times, you could try Body Art, but I will warn you, it is a different kind of sexy time. If you also like that kind of book, Megan Stockton has a book called Blue Jay that is very similar in the type of things that happen to body art. So if you check this out and you want to dabble into a little bit more extreme horror and you like something a little spicy too.
So what's the book count at this point that we've talked about? How many books?
This is episode 12 and we had one double episode.
I'm saying we got book 1.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Clearly there are not enough books. Clearly.
8, 9, 10, 11.
And I know
12,
I missed people because I tried to go around and grab
13.
Yeah. I'm a book now.
No, it's the ones that you were just talking about.
Okay.
13, 14, 15, 16.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for book recommendations.
Yeah, if you like books.
We got you covered for the year.
Well, and it's funny too because it's interesting for me when we're doing load in and I assign a very nice and wonderful volunteer of mine called Savea. Shout out to Savea and her daughter Zoe for helping. And I can just assign her the list of authors to check in because I know she knows exactly who all of them are.
Yeah.
Because if I give the list to other people, they're like, it's a guy. It's some kind of guy. But you know what? Our friend John Mack did real well with that too.
Oh yeah.
He did great. He was a big help too.
Yeah.
So helping direct everything.
He's a friendly guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Very, very efficient too.
Yeah.
So that worked out real well. We also had a horror dog.
Yeah.
We had a puppy.
He was adorable.
So AJ Humphreys has a dog named Kobe and he was able to hang out and there's stickers made of Kobe that are with some of his books. So
that's very superly cute.
I know. Kobe's super. Kobe was afraid of you in the frog suit.
Yeah. Frog suit, no go.
Yeah.
Jeffy suit, love. Loved the Jeffy suit.
Yeah, he wasn't too happy with the frog suit. He was still approaching. He just didn't know what.
Yeah, what is this thing?
Yeah.
Is it friendly? Does it have snack?
Right. Yeah, he was a good boy, though.
He was a very good boy. Yeah, I didn't hear any barking through the entire event.
He's
super chill.
He's very well trained.
Chill boy.
AJ has him under control all the time. He wouldn't bring him to anything if there was any issues. So AJ's a really respectful guy that way. You're nodding off.
I'm having a hard time. I'm having this is probably the most. We are just about at the end.
We knew that this would happen.
We have New Orleans. And then we have
The Spooktacular.
The Spooktacular the following week.
Yes.
Which is going to be huge.
Oh,
we've got a bunch of great books donated from all the authors.
A bunch of the authors donated.
Tell them about that. Yeah. I'm going to take a little...
So a bunch of authors and vendors that were at my book fair on Saturday were nice enough to donate either books or some of their products that they make. We had some lovely handmade items donated as part of the prize packs. There's even some art that has been donated to. So the top 10 people get prize packs, the top 10 best costumes, I should say. So it is a stiff competition. I don't know how anyone is going to top last year's winner, but if you can top a walking on stilts creature, like on the hands and the feet,
it was so good.
Then bring your A game. But it's just such a fun event. Everyone has a good time, but there's going to be extra prizes for that, and then we give away money. We give away lots and lots of money.
Last year, we were able to give away as a prize pool $3,000.
Yeah.
Which is just remarkable.
It's insane. Does anybody else in Milwaukee do that?
I don't believe so.
Like, I know there's some prizes.
There's like $500 prizes.
Yeah.
And
which
like
is
Water Street or something like that.
Or you get like your bar tab taken care of that night or something, which for Wisconsin could be pretty high.
And a lot of it is literally that though. Like when you get a prize at another place, oftentimes that's in a bar tab or come back for a bar tab.
Right.
And really, you're never getting that actual value. What we're doing is we're giving you
cash money.
Pardon my language, fucking cash. Right? So we are just showing you the cheddar.
Can I just make a cash comment?
Yeah.
Have cash on you at some point in your existence. Have just $20 in your shoe, in your socks, somewhere. I don't care where it is. Have cash on you. At some point, your card isn't going to work. You're not going to have Venmo or PayPal, or you're not going to have internet, and you're going to need a little bit of cash. You should always have a little bit of cash on you. I don't care if you have to use a prison wallet. You need to have cash on you. And now you can go back to talking about nice things.
I like the prison wallet. We can keep talking about the prison.
No.
I'm so sorry, folks.
I am
being so sleepy.
You're fine.
This weekend, though, come on.
Oh my God.
There was the art show.
Oh, that's right. Yes, there was that too. There was.
It was. I forget the name of the art place.
I do too, because I'm still
but it was Black Sheep.
Oh, yeah. At Rehnquist. Their gallery night. It's a fine art gallery in South Milwaukee. And our wonderful, wonderful, wonderful friends, Don and Keith, that own Black Sheep Tattoo, were part of this. They also are a sponsor of Spooky Frog. They've been sponsors of Goth Barge so many
French
times.
was down there.
Yeah.
Olga was down there.
Yeah, and
you had a lot of great people down there.
They're extraordinarily talented. Everybody at the shop there is not only super talented, but also is wonderful friends of ours and just awesome people in general too. So if you need tattoos, Black Sheep's where I would go.
If you want to get into Spooktacular for free too.
Oh, that's right. You can get the
you can
flash.
Get in. You can get flash. You can get flash.
You can get the Jeffy flash.
Real dumb face.
I really need to see because you promised a hot dog.
Yeah,
date.
And a hot dog date.
Yeah.
To anybody who does it.
Yeah. Oh,
free hot dog date.
I want to see what person does this. This could get kind of creepy, actually.
Then directly following that.
Then we go to the police station.
No, I broke down at the art show.
Oh,
then
that's right.
we had the concert for Vosh.
Right, and Mikey was lovely enough to
cover
DJ
that one.
Yeah, so DJ Mikey, I really like him as a DJ.
Yeah.
Like he does some really cool stuff. He's helping us out actually next Friday at the Final Girl Bar.
Yep.
Because we got overbooked.
Yeah.
We're doing too much and we finally realized that it was unrealistic. And we're like, what can we do to still make sure we can all participate, make everyone happy, and also just make sure that there's a Goth Barge presence at one of the coolest bars I've ever been to, and give them an amazing DJ at the same time. So DJ Mikey Shadow is doing that one as well. They've got a costume contest that night too.
Yep.
And they're giving away a little bit of money for that as well.
Yep.
So that's going to be fun. But the Spooktacular at X-Ray Arcade is going to be awesome. I love the flyer this year, the banner.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's so juicy.
Yeah.
What's funny is I liked it enough where I kept one of the flyers for that, and I didn't even keep one of my own flyers for the book fair. So I'm going to have to go and pay for a print of my own so I can put it up on my gallery wall of that. So
I love when I walk into Sam's house.
Oh, it's like a gallery of our flyers.
It is a gallery of our flyers.
And a gallery of a bunch of other weird stuff. So I've got a dark academia thing going on in the living room. So I've got my bug wall. So I've got all these taxidermy bugs that are in frames on one wall. And every time I go to like an oddities thing or something like that, I pick up a new one. And just one. I just pick up one at each thing. And I'm now to the point where I've got to pick for shape and color to make sure that I'm not like overlapping. And then the kitchen, we call it the Kitschy Kitchen. It's got all like the fun horror stuff. So like the Munsters lunchbox, and it's got a poster of Death Proof up there, and like a poster of like Bat Boy Takes Manhattan or something.
Sure.
And then the dining room is like all the Goth Barge and Spooky Frog posters, my Nick Cave poster, and then my bug rug, which is one of my prized possessions. I love my bug rug. But yeah, you walk in and it's just like all the stuff. So I will have to print one of mine.
And I'd say 90% of that stuff was stuff that I made. Just
we get to watch the evolution of your flyer art.
I'm not really happy with my last flyer.
Which one? The one for the soundtrack?
Yeah, so we're doing Goth Barge Goes to the Movies.
Because we didn't have enough stuff planned. So
well, we have a residency at Mad Planet,
correct.
So we had to do it.
Yes.
So we have Goth Barge Goes to the Movies, which is going to be movie soundtracks.
If you were ever the kid like we were, where you were walking home from school carrying your Discman with the Crow soundtrack in it, wearing a trench coat, you know, with eyeliner like we were, then this is the event for you, because that's what it's going to be. Yeah,
it's going to be, Lost Highway soundtrack. Like
I still want that Smashing Pumpkins song from the Batman movie.
Well, the Batman one I put on there.
Okay, all right, good.
Just because you requested it. So it's literally on there. Batman's creeping behind one of the letters in there,
Like
it's
me from the books,
spook.
like...
Yes, exactly right.
The day after that is Slay the Lake.
Oh.
So Slay the Lake is
We're going to have to go down there.
Oh, yeah. I'm definitely going to Slay the Lake. So Jesse Rose and Ree Bunch, I think I mentioned last time, they're two authors that have been at Spooky Frog. They have their own book fair, too. It's a LGBTQIA plus book fair. This one is happening in Chicago. They had their first one at the Final Girl, which was your first time there. And
I absolutely love Slay the Lake.
Oh, yeah. And now it's bigger. It's bigger. It's better. It's going to be a really cool venue. And I'm very proud that Spooky Frog is a sponsor. And we just joke, we're just trading the same money back and forth all the time when we're sponsoring, but we both love and care about what each other does so much.
Yeah. Where's it going to be?
It is going to be in Chicago. And we had the flyer last time and we don't right now, but we can always add it in the show notes. So
cool.
Yeah. Or we'll bring it up next time because we'll have a couple episodes.
Well, we don't have a Spooky Frog to put it in, so we'll put it on the...
That's right.
Yeah.
And then, so next week, I'm still undecided on what book we're going to do. I gave you one that I thought I was going to do, and now I'm undecided. But we're not going to be able to record next Tuesday, are we? Because you're just getting back from New Orleans then. I'll be getting back on Monday.
No, I get back Monday.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So we'll record Tuesday. So I will have a mystery book for you on Tuesday.
Mystery book.
Because I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to read a whole another like full book in a day.
Sure.
So maybe I'll do Feeding Lucy because that one's shorter. There's also a Ruth Anna Evans book called Don't Go in That House that I might try. It's between those two.
Or maybe I'll go over a book that I've read. Oh, I've actually read books before.
Well, yes, you have.
Yeah.
Like
we could always record in New Orleans.
Oh,
just bring the speaker. And that's the only thing we need to do.
That's true. Because you're going to have your laptop anyway.
Yeah. We could be out on one of those. Oh,
that would be such a gorgeous backdrop.
Yeah.
I would then have to just go into my memory banks for a book then. Because there's no way.
Or I'll tell you about a book I read.
Okay.
I've read Interview with the Vampire.
That's true.
Cover to cover.
I think everybody.
I get in a lot of trouble for reading that.
Really?
Oh yeah, they didn't like that.
Oh boy. Okay.
Oh no.
But
I was in high school when I read it.
Yeah.
And I actually had the original Anne Rice Vampire Lestat ball invitation.
Oh, that's
from like 1997 or 6 or something like that. Yeah. So I use that as the bookmark for that.
I remember that too. You were
So
so proud
maybe
of
I'll
that.
just bring that down.
You
We can
could.
talk about that.
I was such a little vampire nerd when I was in high school. Well, we both were.
Same.
We really thought we were going to grow up to be vampires.
Yeah.
It was a thing. But I was in debate and forensics because nerd. And my whole forensics piece was the Vampire Lestat.
Hmm.
And then, of course,
What did you think about the movie?
Okay, so the problem with that is that I had a substance for the first time and then went to see that movie, and I have no idea what happened.
Fair. Well, more on that.
We're not
New
going to talk
Orleans.
about that at all. So, well, that's a story for another time.
Yes.
Yes.
And a great way to wrap this whole thing up.
It is, yes. So thanks for sticking with all of this book pilingness. And thank you to our assistant Steph for being our magic arm to give us all of the books. And I totally forgot to tell Christopher Triana that I was going to do this book. So it's going to be a surprise when I tag him in this.
Surprise.
So we might see if there's a reaction from him.
All right.
You better like it.
Well, thanks so much for joining us.
Bye.
Bye.